Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I basically just talk about the elections and how we can support Yang and push him through. So crazy news today, Kamala drops out. Kamala drops out, and let me just show the article. Basically, she ran out of money and is struggling in the polls, and I think she really shot herself in the foot in the last debate where Tulsi basically buries her. Um, she has made a number of mistakes throughout the past month, I would say, um, calling herself a top tier candidate, basically being wishy washy about her campaign in general and the direction that she's going in. And just her general vibe, it seems like the general commentary about her is that people don't really trust her. And I do think it could be a smart move for her to drop out now before the debate stage in December, because she'd be doing it in her home state in California. The debate stage would be for the December one is going to be in Los Angeles, and obviously people in California aren't really behind her, and it could be embarrassing, I think, for her. I mean, I'm sure it will be reflected during the debate stage that people really aren't behind her. I definitely think people in California are more leaning towards Bernie and Yang at this time. So, yeah, basically she drops out, and Andrew Yang had a really heartwarming response to it. There was he did like a short interview, um, or someone questioned him about how he felt about it, and basically he was very polite. I mean, he's just a really overall nice guy in general. His response was that, yeah, he'd 100% want to work with her at some capacity. I believe the interviewer asked him, like, oh, do you see her being like a part of your campaign or your ticket? And Yang just said, without saying no, he basically said 100% would work with her in the future. Um, So, yeah, this is his response. I'm stunned that Kamala Harris is suspending her campaign. She was one of my favorite people to share the time with on the trials. Smart, warm, fiery, and a true public servant. He's just being PC, like this comment is saying. He's just being overly nice. I mean, I don't think any of us were really stunned that she dropped out. It was just a matter of time. Her pollings was dropping more and more. I think she was like -2% this past poll, while other people are gaining momentum, especially Yang. So it was a matter of time before she dropped out, honestly. So yeah, that's the news. I just wanted to share that update, which is crazy, awesome. Now, obviously, there's less candidates, and I think now is a good time. I mean, I do believe Yang will qualify for the upcoming debates. And I think now is the time for him to really go ham and start like getting a little bit more aggressive on the stage. He made a comment on the Breakfast Club interview that he did. You can watch that interview on YouTube, but he was saying that as candidates start falling off, he's going to become more and more basically aggressive, because he's been just like the nice guy on the stage so far. So yeah, I think it's time. I honestly think December is time for him to start getting fired up and start being more aggressive, and start getting noticed. So yeah, so Tom Steyer, he qualifies for the December debate already. How he could qualify before Yang is beyond me, but really all he's been doing is throwing a lot of money into ads. So he doesn't have the kind of backing, the kind of grassroots campaign that Yang does. It seems like he's just throwing like hate ads at Donald Trump, and just getting people to donate or like, pull for him through that strategy. So yeah, he definitely does not have the kind of following that the Yang gang does. But yeah, surprisingly, he qualified first. So right now, I think, yeah, Tulsi and Andrew Yang still need to qualify. They both have crossed the donor threshold, like it says here. So what's really important for us now is to text bank. We need to reach 4% to qualify for the debates. We're at 3% right now. I'm going to link this below on the video here, but this is the text banking to-do list for Andrew Yang. So if you have like, a date or a few hours that you're available on over the weekend or even like after work, all hands on deck right now to get him to be qualified for the debates. That's coming in a few weeks, or in 2 weeks actually. So this is basically just a to-do list of how you can start text banking. It's really simple to sign up. There's about 5 steps to get started, so I will link this below. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but essentially the main thing here is that you have to watch this training video and then take a quiz, and then after that you'll be invited to join Hustle, the texting platform, and then you'll be able to text from there. So just spare a few hours of your weekend, this upcoming weekend, and start text banking. Let's get him let's get him higher in the polls. Let's get him qualified for the debates. And one more thing. So as everyone, or if you don't know already, Andrew Yang raised about $2 million last month in November. So he did raise $2 million in a week. And right now, it looks like he's doing a ton of ads in Iowa and New Hampshire. And I just wanted to show you the ad that he pushed out. So it's an ad about pharma. Unfortunately, my freaking laptop is so slow whenever I try to watch a video, like record a webcam video and watch YouTube. So I hope this works. If not, I'll just link it below. Andrew Yang ad. Is it this? I thought it was something else. Oh, here we go. Here's the new ad.
While drug companies are making record profits, most Americans live paycheck to paycheck, just one medical emergency away from bankruptcy. I'm Andrew Yang, and I approve this message. As president, I'll fight for mental health coverage and eliminate the loopholes that let drug companies charge too much. They say they need high prices to fund research. The truth? Most FDA-approved drugs rely on research funded by the government. That means you paid for it. The old politics won't tell you that. I just did.
Alright, first of all, I love how he ended it. He's like saying the old politics won't tell you that. I just did. Mic drop, pretty much a mic drop right there. A powerful message. Yeah, he's trying to differentiate. He's basically saying he's an anti-establishment candidate in this ad. It looks like he's running on more of a traditional ad. He's running a lot of, it's like a traditional ad, essentially, like a traditional presidential election ad. I think he's using a different strategy than what he's been doing to get his grassroots supporters. So I don't know how I feel about the strategy yet. I think he's been so popular so far because of his grassroots momentum and how he's, basically positioning himself as an anti-establishment candidate. He's definitely going a little bit more traditional with the ads that he's putting out there. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. I mean, with the ads, who he's really targeting? I mean, who's watching TV nowadays? Who still has cable? So he's really targeting like the older generation, like boomers, like people who don't really utilize the internet as much as the people who have pushed him so far would. So maybe it could work. I mean, I'm sure. Look at Bloomberg and Steyer. They're putting so much money into ads, and it's been working for them. I mean, Bloomberg is already polling at 6%, and he literally just joined the race, and all he's been doing is throwing millions into these ads. So I guess ads still work. Like old school traditional media ads still work. It must still work. It's been working for the other candidates. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this strategy that he's using yet because I do think what he's been doing so far, how he's been differentiating himself so far, has really worked well for him, and that's what really pushed him to get to this level. But maybe when you play at a bigger scale, when you do talk to like people that are not like us, that are just older generation people, the boomer population, you do need to change up the language a bit. So that's why he's using this new ad strategy. But hey, who knows? I mean, I have faith in the Yang Gang. I mean, this is why we poured in, donated so much money um, to propel him to do ads. So I trust his campaign knows what's best for him and what they're doing. I want another thing I want to point out is I love that his ad actually has all the right sources quoted. So New York Post right here, ABC News. That's something I've never seen before, I don't think, in previous ads. So it just kind of speaks to the fact that he's a guy that sticks with data, and he's the most like factual candidate up there. He speaks the facts only, no BS. Um yeah, and that shows even in his ads. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share that update. Kamala Harris dropped out, and Andrew is running ads. And yeah, that's it. All right, start text banking, everyone. I'm going to link that below, so check it out. Please start text banking if you have time this weekend. Thanks.